All for Nothing Part 3 continue. The world reeled from the revelations unleashed by Mira Campbell and her team. The global leak sent shockwaves through governments, corporations, and media outlets. Dominic Kane, once hailed as a visionary, was now exposed as the mastermind behind the Veil. Public outrage surged as investigations began, and many of the Veil's operatives were arrested or forced into hiding. For a brief moment, Mira felt the weight of her mission lift, but deep down, she knew this wasn't the end. The shadows didn't fade so easily, they merely shifted, waiting for the perfect moment to strike back. As the dust began to settle, Mira and her allies regrouped in an undisclosed safe house. Dr. Ren's injuries were healing, and Leila Torres was working tirelessly to analyze the leaked data for hidden clues. Jenna Cole's expose had gone viral, making her a hero in the fight against the Veil. But Mira couldn't shake the feeling of unease. She knew the organization was too vast and too entrenched to be dismantled so easily. Her fears were confirmed when Leila discovered encrypted messages buried in the Veil's systems. They're already regrouping, Leila said, her voice trembling. They've got backup plans in motion, contingencies to regain control. The messages revealed that the Veil had activated something called the Hydra Protocol, a fail-safe designed to restore their power by any means necessary. The protocol involves sleeper agents embedded across the globe, including some within the very institutions now investigating the Veil. They're turning the world's systems against us, Ren said grimly. This was just the opening act. Desperate for more information, Mira made a bold move. She contacted a former member of the Veil, someone whose name had appeared in the leaked files, Olivia Drake, a disgraced intelligence operative who had disappeared years ago. Mira tracked Olivia to a remote cabin in the Swiss Alps. The woman was reluctant to help at first, but Mira's persistence and the weight of the evidence finally broke through her defenses. I left the Veil because I couldn't stomach what they were becoming, Olivia admitted, but I know how they operate. If they've activated the Hydra Protocol, you're in deeper trouble than you realize. According to Olivia, the protocol wasn't just about restoring power, it was about eliminating anyone who posed a threat to the Veil. A global purge disguised as chaos. They'll create unrest, topple governments, and manipulate public opinion to paint you and your allies as the villains, Olivia warned. Mira's heart sank. If Olivia was right, they weren't just fighting an organization, they were battling an idea, one that had infiltrated the very fabric of society. Olivia's intel pointed to a critical meeting of the Veil's remaining leaders, set to take place in Istanbul under the guise of a humanitarian summit. This gathering, Olivia explained, was where the final stages of the Hydra Protocol would be activated. If you can stop that meeting, you might have a chance to cripple them, Olivia said. Mira, Ren, Leila, and Olivia formed a plan. They would infiltrate the summit, gather evidence of the Veil's plans, and expose the leaders before they could regroup. But the mission required precision, and stealth. Failure meant certain death. The streets of Istanbul were alive with activity as Mira and her team prepared for their most dangerous mission yet. Olivia used her insider knowledge to forge identities and gain access to the summit. Ren posed as a biotech expert, Leila as his tech assistant, and Mira as his bodyguard. Inside the grand conference hall, they mingled with the world's elite politicians, CEOs, and philanthropists, but behind the polished speeches and photo ops, Mira could feel the tension hidden among the crowd were the Veil's operatives, their eyes scanning for threats. Leila worked quickly, planting surveillance devices and hacking into the summit's network. Ren engaged the attendees, gathering intelligence, while Olivia identified the key players. Finally, they found what they were looking for, a private meeting room where the Veil's leaders were convening. As Mira and Olivia prepared to infiltrate the meeting, an unexpected face stopped them cold. Luke Harding, you just don't know when to quit, do you? He said, stepping out of the shadows with a smirk. Mira's heart pounded. She had hoped Luke would disappear after their last encounter, but here he was, more dangerous than ever. You're still on the wrong side, Luke, Mira said, gripping her weapon. Wrong side? I'm on the winning side, Luke replied, raising his gun, and you're about to lose everything. The fight was brutal and chaotic, echoing through the hallways as Mira and Olivia struggled to overpower Luke and his operatives. Leila and Ren, alerted by the commotion, joined the fray, using their skills to disable security systems and buy time. In the chaos, Mira managed to breach the meeting room, where she found a shocking sight. Dominic Kane, alive and well, giving orders. You're persistent, I'll give you that, Kane said, his voice calm and cold, but you're fighting a losing battle. The world doesn't want heroes. Mira wants control. Mira realized the truth. Kane had never been truly exposed. The leaked data had been part of his plan, a distraction to root out dissenters and solidified his power. With no time to think, Mira made a bold decision. She activated a failsafe Leela had installed a live feed broadcasting the meeting to the world as Kane and his operatives scrambled to shut it down. Mira faced him head-on. This isn't over, Kane hissed as the authorities, alerted by the broadcast, stormed the summit. No, Mira replied, her voice steady. It's just beginning. Kane escaped, but his network was dealt a crippling blow. The summit's broadcast sparked global outrage, rallying nations and citizens to stand against the veil. Mira, Ren, Leela, and Olivia knew their fight wasn't over. Kane and the veil were still out there. That the tide was turning as Mira watched the sunrise over Istanbul. She allowed herself a moment of hope. The shadows might always exist, but as long as there were people willing to fight, the light would never fade. Watch out for the final part. Kindly share your thoughts on this story in the comment section. I will love to read them. Remember to like, comment, share and subscribe to this channel. Don't forget to click the notification button so as to be notified when I drop new story. I appreciate you for watching. I will see you in my next video. Thank you and God bless you.